Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. With this challenge, it is the one dip makeup challenge, but you basically dip your brush in foundation, eyeshadow, bronzer, blush, etc. once. And I have noticed with a lot of people, well, I've only watched NikkieTutorials. Obviously she didn't kickstart the challenge, but on the YouTube platform she kickstarted the challenge, but she definitely credited to someone else who either did it on YouTube as well or on Instagram. I don't remember that detail, but she did credit the original starter of this challenge. And one thing I have noticed, a little bit of product always does go a long way as long as you use it conservatively and not load it up onto your hand or whatever and just keep piling it on. Obviously people start to prove themselves wrong that one dunk or one loaded dunk can, stretch out for your whole face, or for both even sides of the face. So with that being said, I am pretty low maintenance as far as my makeup goes. I don't wear a whole lot of it on most days, if not at all. But I'm still going to give this challenge a shot either way because it is intriguing, and what else have I got better to do during quarantine. So I am also sporting my Boxy Logs 200 grams in the shade Cocoa, but the ironic thing is I still have to colour them because my own hair, when freshly coloured, was just one shade darker and more on the cool tone side than what I wanted, ironically. So that's where my extensions are from. They are 20 inches, like I said, 200 grams. I'm just obviously fitting my hair back with this kitty headband, same one I wore in my Chadwick Boseman tribute video. I've already moisturised, cleansed and moisturised, and brushed my teeth. So now I am going in with my Maybelline Fit Me. Something on the back apparently. Confused myself for a second. I thought, am I not using Maybelline this whole time? No, it is down. It's on the back. Maybelline Fit Me, and the shade Classic Ivory. I'm still getting used to this mirrored angle that my camera has. I also discovered that when turning my camera sideways, I am upside down. I'm obviously in a very good mood. I mean, 2020 has been about as dark as my hair. You're still allowed to have good days. Still allowed to be in a good mood. So, sorry Nikki, but I do not prime. I don't have a primer to prime. I'm just going to go straight in with foundation, using about this much. I don't want to tilt my hand too much or lose half the product. And swiping around. This is definitely going to be more than enough for my tiny face, or medium sized tiny face. Here, 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 down here. And I have way too much on my hand, whether or not you can tell. I don't exactly have an autofocus camera, it's just what you see. What I see is what anyone gets. I also don't conceal under the eyes. You only conceal under the eyes when you want to brighten up or cover up dark circles, or, well, for those two main reasons. But I don't have dark under eyes, nor do I want to brighten up, so I just chuck foundation there instead. And always blend down the neck, kids. No matter what foundation you're working with, blend it down. And a little bit on the ears as well, apparently. Even though my hair is going to be covering my ears by the time we're done here. As gross as it's going to be, and I have nowhere else to put this, plus I cannot redunk, duh. I'm going to use this random stocking. It always goes into the wash. I'll just use the pink side. Got my hand back again, closing off foundation, setting that aside. Now, oof, please cover my whole face. I'm just going to, like anybody else has been doing, and I've only watched 2 videos, Nikkie's and something Sophdoeslife, something. Loading the hell out of the brush. And I have a pretty big brush. That's paid off in my favour. Well, I'm pretty confident I've got my whole face with just that amount. Now for brows, lately I have been going in with this brow pencil, but obviously that's considered cheating a bit because the pencil can go on endlessly. Same story with the pomade, so I also discovered from something Sophdoeslife. So to make sure that I'm not cheating too much, if not at all, I'm going to take either terracotta from Exo Beauty or chocolate mousse. We're gonna go chocolate mousse eyeshadow from Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette. Obviously using this side of my eyebrow brush. My god, groomer brush if you will. So taking some of chocolate mousse, still trying to figure out this mirroring angle, and let's go. I'll go to the end of my, not anymore. Quite a pigmented shade. And I do like to wear my brows in somewhat of a straight line. Wear my brows, like I take them off at the end of the day and then sit them aside. You know what I mean? Just softening out a little bit so it looks less like eyeshadow in my brows and more like, but one right now is going to look like eyeshadow in the brows. So it's much softer than this side, but whatever. Okay, it's brows done. That was easy peasy. You're using a completely promising pigmented shade and you will be able to go on for ages with your product. I also don't have eye primer. I used to use MAC Paint Pot, I believe it was. Definitely MAC, but I think it was Paint Pot, but don't have that either. So going in with my ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, it's duo ended, one side bigger, one side smaller, and oops, shut the lid, didn't mean to do that. No, shut the lid when I was picking it up, that helps no one. I do know that I want to go for, I was actually inspired by something Sophdoeslife something, her neutral yet smoky eye, significantly obviously not the same product she used, or much less the same undertones, but I am inspired by the look she went for. So I'm going to start off with a Buttercup from Remix palette into the crease. Buttercup's giving me mango vibes. Now I'm going to take a little amount, ironically a little amount of terracotta, taking an amount of that, and I've dunked once. I should also probably put the eyeshadows dunking into the actual frame so that you can really see I'm not shooting off camera, or out of frame I should say. I keep thinking I'm getting fallout, but it's just the shadow of the brush against my face. Nowhere near enough the same amount on this side, but beggars can't be choosers. And I'm down another bar, but to stick my camera on charge soon. Now I'm going to go in with Beach Bay, but using my finger, which is this middle shade here, the mirror angle. Oh, for a moment I almost forgot, I can't read dunk. The two carried away on one eye. Some people really do one eye, but and then they get a basic idea of what they wanted to do. They copy it to the other side. And it sucks even more when the rest of the pigment's on your finger and you can't get that off. Going with the smaller side of my ABH brush and taking some of Clarity. Yeah, on. This one here. Oh yeah, I said I was going to. Okay, I'm so used to doing this. There we go. No redunking. Clarity isn't that much of a overwhelmingly bright shade. My right leg is going to sleep. I am sitting on the floor. Now I'm going to take some of Holy Grail, which is this middle shade here. As much as I'm going to waste that, I am going to take Holy Clarity again. Bit of a dyslexia moment. No offense to anyone who has dyslexia, obviously. Just find a way to tame that Buttercup shade a bit. Just knock it back down with the paler shade. Seem to have done something. Not that you guys can obviously tell, but I could. Now go back in with Holy Grail. A little bit on the brow bone. It's good that we can go back on certain parts of our face, but obviously we can't go back onto the palette. So now taking some of terracotta again, lower lash line. Because I'm actually going to wipe off the rest because I won't need that much to spread around the rest of my lower lash line. So I'm going to take the tiniest amounts. Come on, right leg, wake up. 5, come on. Sorry, I'm a bit far away. So I'm going to take some of Silhouette. Just waiting for my right leg to wake up a bit. A little bit in there, a little bit in there. And blend that out. Man, once I stand on, there's no going back. Come on, blend. Please blend. You guys can hardly see now I got my right leg back again. It's a bit closer. Okay, I finally got a blend out of that, but it's like stuck in the one place. I'll get this side as well. This side's going to be harder because it's sat there for a few seconds. Come on! Just wanted a little bit of density, a little bit of drama. And I'm going to get a shadow and a little blob on my eye instead. I wonder if possibly I'll be able to use a nice edge of my foundation brush with what's left on it and just sharpen up a bit. I think I'm allowed to do that. Okay, I'm trying to take one dunk of Clarity just to set back over that. Okay, sweet. I'm actually going to reuse my eyebrow groomer brush, dipping back into silhouette. A boatload of it. It's gonna be so crumbly, but once again, I got still some foundation left on this brush. So to clean that up. See if I can re-clean up this line as well. See if that works. Okay, so like I said, my makeup was vaguely inspired by Steph. Wasn't exactly down to accuracy. But now for this devil of an eyeliner, I personally prefer to use precision pens because go figure, they're precise. These flimsy little ones on the other hand, so flimsy, hard to control. Some people love them, I personally don't, but for the sake of the challenge, I'm not cheating my way around, you know, using a precision pen. This side is definitely a lot more pigmented and sharper, and I've essentially run into the same problem that Steph did. It got me a long way, I gotta admit. So one thing I want to do differently, I'll have to go by pencil brush probably. With my pencil brush. Whatever eyeshadow remains. Ow, smack it out. If I can. I think that worked. I think I can. That vaguely works on the edges, not as smoky as I would like it to be, but beggars can't be choosers. And now, do I bother coloring my lashes or don't I? Nah. So with this mascara, I've actually got two. I don't know which one is the more live one. So twisting and turning. Okay, and I'm not really going to bother doing the lower lashes, I tend not to. So now I'm going to stick on some lashes. These ones I have no idea where they're from. They're in this Allure package. Truth be told, I don't know where they're from. It has some natural looking lashes. So while my camera battery is charging, I will stick these on. And I will be using my Duro lash glue, but I'm going to put like a little teeny tiny blob on the knuckle of my hand, for us as you're going to find a knuckle. And just drag the lash band across it, let it sit, stick them on. So we'll be back soon. Okay, onwards. I'm back down to 1 bar already. I only charge enough during the duration of putting my lashes on. My god! So now we're to get on with some bronzing. I'm going to be using my Rimmel London bronzer. One decent swipe of that. Forehead, cheeks. Okay, now for some blush. Going in with the Remix palette, obviously on the blush side of it. I'm going to take the teeniest amount of Stalker. Once again using my powder brush. Definitely don't need a whole lot of this. Oof. Like I said. sort of wear it down as much as I can. It doesn't look like I'm overheated or embarrassed. Okay, now flipping back to the other side, I'm going to retake this blending brush, which I don't think I've used yet, but I got this feeling I did. I don't know. I'm going to take across Holy Grail and one hell of a good dunk of this to the point where I scrape up a bit too much. And rebuff that in because I don't want to be looking like you know, Tin Man. Dumbing it down a little bit. I don't want it so intense. Or just making sure I can distribute it, obviously. I swear some people in this challenge have, you know, managed to cheat the system or beat the system a little bit. And now for lips, I really could not decide between Aloha from Exo Beauty or Lani from Gigi Hadid. I was also trying to figure out, you know, where my eye look would take me. Well, Aloha is a cream liquid lip and Lani is a red lip. We're going to keep it on the neutral side somewhat. I will go in with Exo Beauty's Lani. Lani is the lipstick. Okay, that's out now and I just, you know, ripped it out. I didn't even bother swirling it around first. I also figured that, you know, I'll just skip out one lip liner. Apparently we're going for a dark dramatic bold pinkish purple red lip. But honestly I still got so much product on this. Now apart from setting spray, which I also don't have, running thing, great. Once again with this stock, it's a very overused stock. I'll just stick it in the wash straight away. The moment I stop recording the camera and the audio, I should have done something. So apart from setting spray, pretty sure I have completed my entire face. It's got foundation, obviously, setting powder, brows, all aspects of eyeshadow, bronzer, blush, highlight, lips. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Oh, cotton's extension. I mean, I'm sure while I'm editing I'll thought of something that I forgot. Other than that, this was my entire face of the one dip makeup challenge completed. And I did so well. Normally I'm always forgetting one step or doing something so subconsciously and out of habit. So this was my take on the challenge. It's been a minute since I've done a challenge. I've been so focused on yoga and fitness, mental health, etc. Especially since we've been locked up in quarantine. I wouldn't say locked up. It honestly would feel like that. And you know, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, you know, the bottom half of Australia. Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, the state, went into stage 4 lockdown, but I think because we got a second wave or maybe a third wave and our Prime Minister / Premier took the virus way more seriously than Donald Trump could take anything seriously. We went into stage 4 lockdown, but the numbers decreased and the restrictions eased up. There was only one person per family could go out, not that anyone would have noticed a difference, but if you live alone then obviously you can go out whenever you want, exercise or errands. If you live with flatmates, same reason, only one person goes out, but if you live with an entire family then anyway. So honestly nobody really noticed the difference, and conveniently for our luck, when Mum and I and my sister, when we decided to beat the system or cheat the system a little bit, we went out to a cafe in town. And in the cafe I was standing there, 2 police officers came in for their coffee fix. I thought the irony and of all the days, and a little stick on the teeth. So anyway, and the police did not seem phased at all, for the record. Not focusing on getting the caffeine or hot chocolate. So this was my take on the one dip challenge, makeup challenge. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all for my future videos. Fitness, theatrical and otherwise. Ciao!